Hey there, Internet. Jasmine and Brandon here with Nerdlocker.com, and we have comic reviews for you.
We do?
We do. We read those.
Yeah!
So I got a chance to read Strange Talent of Luther Strode #5 this week, and it is still one of my favorite books of all time. Each and every single page is covered in blood, top to bottom almost. It's amazing how far they go with the gore in this book, and it seems like every single issue, Luther finds a way to put an arm down someone's throat. I gotta give this book 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. You should all be reading it. So the end of the Viltrumite War wasn't exactly amazing for everyone, but for me it definitely was. But after that, it started to slow down. With Invincible #88 coming out this week, it definitely came to a bigger fruition this time. A new war is starting, and yeah, Alan the Alien might be the bad guy this time. You should be reading this book. Again, I'm gonna give this one 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
Hey there, nerds. Jasmine here with my comic reviews of the week. I just read Richie Rich's Gems, the winter special for 2011, and it was so adorable. I loved it. It has that really cute Richie Rich sort of baby face art that everyone has. All the colors really pop. There are chocolate people and all kinds of crazy things going on. This was sort of like an 80-page giant, and there was a ton of little stories just compiled together, and it was awesome. I loved reading it. I think Richie Rich stuff is very cute, and this book is just really entertaining, and it's a good kids book, so check it out. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. I just read Justice League International #6, and it was freaking awesome. I love this comic. It's really cool. And if you're afraid that it's on #6, you can pick up with this issue and not be confused at all. They tell you what happened, and you can just keep on going. It's really good. Booster Gold starts to become a huge leader, and Batman supports him. And a bunch of crazy stuff happens at the end. This book's awesome, and I'm really excited to see a new JLI book really emerging as something that could continue to be an ongoing. I'm gonna give this 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. So I just read Alpha Girl #1 from Image Comics, and I liked it for a lot of reasons, and I disliked it for a lot of reasons. The art in this book is very touch and go. It's way too cartoony, and one page is so different from the other that it's really hard to see what's going on. But it's a cool story. It stems from the origination of the zombie apocalypse in this specific little world universe, and it was pretty cool. You know, there's boobies running around, crazy people being killed. It wasn't necessarily a big hit for me, but it might be for you. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 Nerd Skulls, and definitely let me know what you think in the comments below.
All right, Internet, Brandon here, and I read Defenders #3. You got Matt Fraction writing, you got Dodson artwork, and I'm loving how this team is coming together. I know it's only the 3rd issue, but I see a lot going for this. I hope they don't change characters and, you know, keep this dynamic. I can't wait to see what happens, but I'm giving this 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. All right, I got to read Swamp Thing #6. This is definitely one of my top books coming out with DC lately. It's twists and turns after every page. I love what he's building up to, especially after the last issue of Animal Man. It looks like we might get a crossover soon. But everything with the rot and him just hopefully becoming Swamp Thing soon. I can't wait to see what happens next. Pick this up if you're not already. It's 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls for me.
Hey there guys, Cubby here with my comic reviews this week. I reviewed Winter Soldier #1 by Ed Brubaker, and I gotta say, holy crap. This book was really awesome. It's a total espionage story with Winter Soldier and Black Widow teaming up to solve all these crazy crimes, and their first mission is to actually get rid of and kind of find out what happened with the other Winter Soldiers that were out there, the other agents besides Bucky Barnes. So a lot of questions being raised. The artwork was beautiful in this. It was like a dirty Darwin Cook is the best way to describe it. It was a little more, it wasn't as cartoony, it was a lot more lifelike, but it was definitely simple and clean, and it carried the story very, very well. It was very dark, but it made sense. It wasn't muddy or anything. It was really, really good. I'm gonna give this 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. Hey there guys, Cubby here, and I reviewed Action Comics #6. I've reviewed a couple other ones, and I've read this whole series so far. Really awesome book, and this one wasn't as good. Not necessarily saying like it was a bad book. It's still like a 4 Nerd Skull book, but it just, the story-wise, it was short. It was only like 2 parts to kind of fill in about Superboy and his ties to the Legion of Superheroes and to show them, which it makes sense. You're kind of establishing his past while you're still going into his future. It hit everything it needed to do, and you kind of get some information about Superman's parents. I will not spoil it for you guys. It's integral to the story, but it was very, very good, and I will give it 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. Cubby here with my review of Fatale #2. Now, I didn't read the first one, but I was psyched for this book. It's another Ed Brubaker book with Sean Phillips on it, so you know it's going to be good. This is a lot cleaner than Sean Phillips than I've seen usually, so it's very interesting, but it's still a very awesome crime noir story. With a twist, though, there's a supernatural element to it, which is something I haven't seen done this way, especially by Ed Brubaker. Knowing him, though, it's awesome already, and there's just so many things amping up. It looks like the devil's involved, but it's not really the devil. He's kind of like a harbinger. I don't know what's going on, but it's very interesting. It's got me raising eyebrows left and right, and I am so stoked for the next issue. I gotta give this 4.5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. Hey there guys, Kevin here with my review of Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi #0. Now it's not a traditional comic book, it is just a guidebook. So all it is giving you information on the characters, the settings, the vehicles, all the little things about this book to get you familiarized. This is the first time we're actually seeing something Star Wars related this far back into their past. That's really, really interesting. This is pretty much the dawn of the Jedi, where they come about, where the Sith and Jedi kind of split apart, and all that other stuff, all that craziness. I cannot wait to read this. I'm so stoked. The information in this book got me really, 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 really pumped up. A lot of it seems really interesting. They use swords and they don't have lightsabers, so really excited to see where this goes. I'm going to give this book 3.5 Nerd Skulls for all the good information that it had.
Hey guys, this is Haley with my review of Magic the Gathering #1. Now, I've been really curious about this whole magic phenomenon for a while now, but I just never really had the time to invest in it. So I figured I'll start with #1 of the new comic series, and I really enjoyed it. It was really fun to read because they wrote it in our language, so there's a lot of good humor and it's really easy to follow. So I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
All right, that is all of our comic reviews for this week, but until next week, be sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube page, as well as checking out nerdlocker.com for all your nerdy news. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Jasmine.
And we'll see you next week for more comic book reviews.